A push for comprehensive electoral reforms that would guarantee free and fair elections in 2011 have been going on for some time now. Key donors, the civil society, the opposition and a section of the public have been asking for electoral reforms that would create a favorable environment for all stakeholders in the upcoming general elections. But with less than 12 months to the election, there are signs that reforms may not be comprehensive enough to meet demands of the opposition. Last year, the Inter-Party Cooperation that consists of 4 main political parties that have representation in Parliament tabled several bills in Parliament that they hoped would pave way for free and fair election in a multi-party dispensation such as Uganda's. In the Constitutional Amendment Bill 2009, the opposition is seeking a law that will provide for a new procedure for the appointment of the Electoral Commissioners, improve the procedure of presidential elections petition in the Supreme Court, reintroduce presidential term limits, entrench the requirement of 50% plus vote for the president, and remove the army MPs from Parliament. On the other hand, government has come up with its preferred list of reforms. It has tabled before the Legal Affairs Committee for bills, which the committee says have not addressed the concerns of the opposition. They are the Presidential Elections Amendment Bill that provides a need to declare a candidate unopposed where one or the 2 candidates withdraw or are disqualified, ban fundraising and giving donations by candidates during campaigns, and compel a returning officer to compile an election report within 7 days. The second bill is the Parliamentary Elections Amendment Bill. The third is the Electoral Commission Amendments Bill that provides for the tenure of office of the Secretary of the Commission, reduce the period of display of voters' register from 21 to 15, and the display of voters' register for 10 days during by-elections, among others. Lastly, the government has come up with the Political Parties and Organizations Bill that provides for parties to be published in the Gazette and for such parties to reveal their office locations. Today, officials from the Electoral Commission were put to task to explain to MPs whether government amendments would enable them to hold a free and fair election.
I would also want to hear from you whether, looking at all these amendments brought by the government, you will carry out free and fair elections.
What we are doing is to look at all these proposals comprehensively to avoid this culture of amending laws every now and again when we are going to have general elections.
The Commission told MPs that they already submitted their own proposals to government.
We submitted proposals to the government and we articulated them to this committee. As far as the Commission is concerned, at least at my level of knowledge, we hope and think that all the things we proposed will be passed into law.
The gist of it was to ban the people who are found guilty of perpetuating violence in the exercise. And I think this should be brought to book, just like the people who float the leadership code are banned from participating in a leadership office for 5 years. That's what we had proposed, and we hope it will be considered.
They were also put to task to explain why they wanted to allow the army to be involved in the election and why they did not want to display the election results at polling centers. MPs want the Electoral Commission's proposals included in the laws that will be passed in Parliament before March this year. Agnes Nandutu, NTV Tonight.